bar in the middle, and it has pool tables and has a games room. That was very laid back, and it was a really nice event. LA was very big. That was out in the courtyard. There have been some really, really good events, and I think Boston is up there with some of the top ones.
Excellent. Well, one more question for you. I know you gotta jump around, say hi to everyone. I appreciate you taking a few minutes, but so what's in your plan for the rest of 08 and 09 that you could share with us?
I think there's a sense, more so this year than any other year, that media is moving on. And I think Mashable as a brand will move radically, but I can't really go into depth about what that will entail. Certainly multimedia is key to a lot of strategies for these blog networks, and this is what they're becoming. They're becoming networks. They're becoming media properties. They're essentially mimicking the structure of original old media companies, where you have editors, you have sub-editors, and then you have a team of writers. So I can't go into too much depth. Certainly, we're very, very keen on guest authors right now, and that's one thing we're trying to emphasize. That people want to write for Mashable, and they have something good to say. We are so keen on getting more new voices in there, fresh blood, fresh angles, so that it doesn't become the same old Valley people talking about what's in the Valley, or tech people talking about the same old tech topics. We're bringing new voices from social media, from Twitter, from Facebook, who are running companies who are maybe more in the music scene than the tech scene. Mixing it up with guest authors is a big trend for the rest of 2008. What we're doing in 2009 is something I can't talk about.
Of course not.
It's going to be an evolution, I think.
Well, I must say, from the PR world, a lot of us at Racepoint here, and myself included, grew up sort of traditional media, and I think it's both scary and just utterly exhilarating to work with people like you, and trying to keep up with you in a sense is unbelievable.
I have trouble keeping up with the space these days.
Right.
Because we're doing this tour. Obviously, we've got to follow everything that's happening in the space and run our own company. In a sense, Mashable is a startup itself.
Of course.
So you're doing this multitasking all the time, and it's this. I think to some extent things like microblogging have made the ADD even worse. Every second I'm getting pings about what people are saying about Mashable. Someone has said something, about Mashable on Twitter, and they expect a response.
And now on Twitter you have people like me who are pinging you on Twitter. You look at this client, or look at this story, or this and that.
You get bombarded Facebook messages, Twitter messages. So I think the ADD is getting worse, and I don't know what the cure is.
It's only till kill.
It's exhilarating. You're right. It's really exciting. The space is, unbelievably, even hotter and more active than it's ever been.
Right, definitely.
It's just a case of how do we filter now? How do we keep up with all the information? Or Twitter in particular, it's just bombarding people with data. How do we filter through it? How do we find the good stuff?
Agreed.